Hiya. Thanks for sending me the assignment description. I was mixing up messages. I also wanted to say I'm available on Thursday for most of the day if you want to do a Zoom session. But let me give you a couple places where you can start and a couple of I guess strategies that you could follow. So first one is the social penetration theory and self-disclosure. When you're looking at those things, you could go out to the open web and read what they're all about. But when you read about them, you'll get more examples, and then you can go, oh, maybe I could do this whole theory tied to this whole television show or film or whatever. And they don't have to say social penetration theory or self disclosure. Because I noticed that when I went to a communication database, I think I went to Film and Television Literature Index, there was only 30. And if you wanted to tie it to something that no one had ever applied this theory to, that's okay. So you can have one article that talks about the theory and one article that talks about the film and another article that talks about and so on and so forth. So there's my strategy. But let me show you how you could find some stuff just right at the outset. So if you're not sure what this is, and I'm still kind of like fuzzy on it. I think I have the idea, but I have like that imposter syndrome where I'm just like, oh, I couldn't have figured it out that fast, could I? There's all sorts of books and chapters in books that are going to work, and you could just read. They're going to come to the point really fast inside of a chapter. But you can also go to articles. Oh, look at that. There's 42,000 articles on this theory or self disclosure. So maybe we could add something. Oh, and by the way, while this is slowly churning, I put it in quotes, the theory in quotes, because I wanted to look for those three keywords stuck together in the search. This works in Google as well. Otherwise, I might get social here and theory there, and it gets all over the place. So when you're doing a comparison paper, you don't have to have every article saying exactly what you want to say. You could have one talking about the theory, one talking about self-disclosure, one talking about the cinema, the film, and another one talking about a character in the film. And then all of those articles contribute to your main thing that you kind of glue together with your own words. So I think that's a great place to go. But what would you do if you wanted to add? So we're looking at 42,000 results. If you wanted to add a film, all you'd have to do, I'm going to do Iron Man because, like in the first film, he doesn't say that he's Iron Man until the very end. So all you would have to do is put it in parentheses and add Iron Man in quotes. So he doesn't do the self disclosure until the very end. Let's see if there's any articles on that. So it's looking for those things first, one of those, and then it's going to look for something with Iron Man. Let's see if we can find something. Is it searching? I still have 42,000 results. Oh, is it not going to let me search? Oh, there it goes. Poor catalog. I think I heard the poor catalog. Oh, hmm, 23. That's not bad. But sometimes if you look up a film, it might not show up at all. So if we do, so instead of Iron Man, what's another film that might not be as mainstream? Oh, what's that one? There is a famous film called Spirited Away that made it to the United States, but it was mostly based in Japan. Let's see if we find anything with that. I guess the point that I'm trying to make is that you might not always find something, and then that's where you have to start to put your articles together. Ooh, that's really cool. Okay, so there's a great place to start. The library catalog. There's also some COM databases that I referred to. I'll briefly show you those, but if you want to meet on Thursday, I'm happy to. But what I'd like you to do beforehand is dig around and see what you can find and read a few of these articles and see what interests you. So if you go to this pull down menu, there is communication, and there'll be a bunch of com specific databases in here. But the library catalog is a great place to start too, because it kind of catches everything. Okay, have a lovely weekend.